Welcome to Go Team Score Points, a podcast that started because the news is a lot and maybe learning about sports would be nice. In today's episode, we go over some current events and the
Sixers Timberwolves.
76ers Timberwolves game. It's our best episode yet.
Can't wait. I mean, I've done like nothing.
I watched a quarter and a little bit. It's going to be a quick episode.
Okay. I do have questions. So,
Well, there's some current events to go over.
yeah, let's start.
The expansion.
The expansion. Did we talk about this last time?
Like maybe. Who can remember? That was so long
It
ago.
was a long time ago. You talk to me first about expansion.
So they announced something, maybe. Adam Silver?
Yeah.
Vegas and Seattle. Is this definite or is it
No.
just like talks?
I think in terms of what Adam Silver said, it's not definite. There's like a exploratory committee. So I think they're like looking into it as an option. I don't know if there's like feasibility studies. If I was going to guess, I would guess what that means is they're trying to figure out how much money they could actually get on these bids for these teams would be my guess.
So my problem with this, I know Seattle really wants their team back.
Mhm.
However, putting two teams in the West, when the West is already like pretty robust at present time,
Yeah.
but also like putting two teams on, it's going to make for a lopsided, whatever, division.
Conferences. Yeah.
Differences.
Yeah. I think they would realign. I think they would have to. You couldn't have one that has more than the other. The scheduling and stuff wouldn't
Right.
work.
So Memphis
Yeah.
and Minnesota.
Yeah, I think those are the two. We talked about this. I think those are the two easternmost
Yeah.
teams.
But also like, why not expand into
Yeah.
St. Louis, Kansas City? Like those are, they could pull in a lot of geography.
Yeah,
there.
and it is. I mean, the Oklahoma City fans are like rabid. They
Yeah.
love it, and it's because
There's nothing else to do in Oklahoma City.
Truly. I think Vegas is in a weird place as like a city, not just a sports city.
Yeah.
There's a few professional sports teams there. There's a hockey team and a football team.
Right.
People aren't going to Vegas the same way they used to. I don't know if that's all FanDuel or if that's just in-person experiences are not as valued anymore or what.
Right.
I don't know what the deal is. But so that one's a weird choice. Seattle should have a team. The Sonics were just so cool. The fans there were really great. The scene around that team was really, really good. Vegas, I don't really understand at all. It's like a money grab, pure and simple. I don't think that it's going to make the NBA better. There's already 9 teams that don't care right now or are actively trying to lose. I guess is a better way to say it. Not that they don't want to be good eventually, but already 9 teams. It won't make their situation better to be winning games right now. That number's only going to go up. I can't imagine. And these teams are going to stink for a while, like expansion teams.
What if they increase the number of teams, decrease the number of games?
There's a little bit of talk about that. I don't know that will happen because it's money. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone would
Yeah.
need to take less money. I don't think the owners would pay the players as much money for less games, too. And I can't really see the Players Association signing on for that. This is our fan union. The only voice in the room that's like, this is not good for the game is the people who care about the quality of basketball and the importance of the individual game. So I don't really see that happening. The commissioner basically needs to be like the commissioner is working for the owners. Like those are his employers.
Yeah.
And it would need to be someone who was like, I'm in this for like the quality of basketball, the longevity of the game, not as a money grab. And the offshoot of that decision would be less games. But that's not going to happen, I don't think. The short story of the Sonics leaving was the owner of the Sonics, who I think was the Starbucks guy, wanted the city to build a new arena.
Okay.
Because a lot of arenas are built with public money.
Oh.
Which is the most messed up thing ever. I suppose the sell is exactly what I'm about to say, which is that the city would not do it. And so he sold to this Oklahoma City group with like what everyone thinks is a lie that they weren't going to move the team.
Oh.
And then as soon as they bought him, they hijacked him and took him to Oklahoma City. And David Stern, the reason I thought of this is David Stern, the old commissioner, I think used it as a little bit of a message to cities that was like, if you're not going to build an arena, don't be confident that your team is going to stay, which is just the most messed up. So it'd be great. So I think that's the short story of what happened up there.
When we talk about expansion, my understanding is each team is like, you can't have these 5 players. Is that right?
5 seems small to me.
Oh, up to 8. Oh, okay.
I don't know like the back half of rosters enough to figure out like what a new team would actually look like. But it is like, if you look at like the Thunder or some of the really deep teams, I suppose the Celtics I'm trying to think.
Nuggets have a deep bench.
The Nuggets do have a deep bench. Are the Nuggets playing like an important game like right now? I think they're playing the Spurs like right now, maybe.
Well, good luck.
There are teams who have like 8 or 9 viable players, and you could theoretically get some really good assets from the back half of these teams. I just don't know the depth charts quite well enough.
I was wondering if this is very exciting news for Hunter Tyson.
Yeah, I think you're right. Isn't it random? It's just so random how this works out for people. Like,
I know. It is.
Situation that you're in and injury luck and
I know.
Coaching luck and what your team needs. And
I'm going to tell you in our next episode about a player, Bones Highland, and his trajectory is very interesting.
Yeah. He like killed the Celtics a couple of weeks ago. He was really good.
Saying.
Exactly. In another world, he might be like a borderline all-star player if he was,
We're going to talk about that in our next episode.
Sorry.
That's a teaser.
All right, I'll be quiet. I'll focus.
Join us for the weep
The
episode.
weep episode.
Okay, another current event I have.
Yeah, go.
Luka might be out.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent you a clip.
Now you don't want to type to play defense. Shut the Shut up.
It's the love kiss game.
Have some respect. Have some respect.
Don't ever.
How often a fan gets chewed out by a player?
I mean, it would be hard to be heckled. Well, you teach middle school.
Yeah, it's hard to be heckled. Oh, I just get sad and insecure.
They do too.
Because my
apparently.
fly down. Well, they respond back aggressively. And maybe I should try,
When
maybe
you're
I should try
teaching?
that with students. Have some fucking respect. I'll say it a lot of times. Have some respect. It seems like a little salt in the wound. I don't know. Maybe Luka was talking to that guy.
So the news with this injury is that he's not going to reach the 65 game mark to be eligible because he was having like a really good run and people were saying like, oh my gosh, is he going to swoop in and be MVP?
Yep.
People were saying that.
They were.
And now he's injured and they're like, oh, he's out.
Yeah. There's some like little exception to that rule where if you end the season injured, like on the injured list and cannot play, it might not be quite 65 games. The players union would need to get involved to try to like advocate his case that and there are like all these legalese stipulations where like it would have been, I don't know what the word is, impractical or
I say go for it.
Yeah, I think this season is going to make a change in that rule at some point. Although to Adam Silver's credit, in that same press conference where he was talking about expansion, he was like 3 years ago, the media was all just like screaming about load management. So like we have tried to adjust that. And now everyone's in here screaming about the 65 game rule. So like we're going to take our time and we're going to think about this. The one thing that he does seem really interested in changing is tanking.
Okay.
It seems like he does think that's a problem.
The game that I watched was the 76ers and they played so well and they won by a lot.
Yeah. Did Anthony Edwards play?
Yeah, he was playing that night. He missed the night before because of an illness.
Oh, he's been hurt for a minute, but I didn't pay any attention to anything this week. So
Okay.
I didn't know if he was back. Did Embiid play?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he's still so good. Anyway,
I'll get to it. Are there any other current events?
at least in the East, the playoff,
right.
the top few seems to be pretty well set. There's some interesting stuff happening in those play-in games, like Charlotte and Miami and teams like that are kind of jostling for position back there in the back half of the bracket. Kate Cunningham was hurt. We talked about that. The collapsed lung. They've been fine. Duren has been, I was wondering if either the Celtics were going to catch them or if the Celtics were going to fall behind the Knicks, and it doesn't look like either of those things are going to happen. They're almost done. I think they've played like 76 or 77 games. There's only like 5 games left here. I bet in the next week, there'll be some games with big playoff implications. This Nuggets Spurs game tonight, I think the Spurs are only 2 games behind the Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
In the West. And then the Lakers were sailing, and then we'll see what happens without Luka in this last week or two. But anyway, that's kind of what the basketball wise, that's kind of what I have on my mind.
Oh, it's over. The Nuggets won by 2 points.
Against the Spurs. Did Wemby play?
2 hours ago on Reddit, Wemby calls Jokic the best offensive player in the world after Nuggets overtime win versus the Spurs.
Wow, look at that. This was like everyone slow down on crowning Wemby the best player in the world game. Jokic had 40 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds. Wembanyama finished with 34 points, 18 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 block shots. Holy moly. That probably pretty much guarantees that the Thunder will be the 1 seed in the West. Oh, Bam only had 14 points against the Wizards. Yeah.
He was like, I'm not doing that again.
No, that was not.
Everyone gave me such a hard time.
Yeah, that was not so fun. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So I guess that's only kind of a current event. Tatum's still great. Really fun. I was thinking about that. They said that the Achilles tear is like a typical old man injury. It's like people in their 50s playing softball and they go to run out of the batter's box or whatever and they snap their Achilles. And the thinking was always that that's like an 18-month recovery or whatever. And I was wondering if you're in your 20s, it's actually a 9-month recovery. You know what I mean? Like the flip side of it now being a young person's injury is that the recovery is a lot more manageable. I don't know.
And that he was in surgery within a minute.
They did it right on the court.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it for current events. I can't wait to see what happens next week.
Me too. I have an internet comment.
We do?
Well, it's from like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But we took a week off.
Which video was it?
Clip was about you talking about how Grant Hill had a deal with Fila and we were like making fun of that.
Yeah.
And then maybe that's why he had a shorter career.
Leg problems, yeah.
And this comment, and I didn't copy the guy's name because who cares, says, quote, that's a theory that's been floated. Yeah, by you, dude.
What do you think that means?
That he thinks that this is not a theory that's been floated, that you have made this up.
Oh.
Which is like
almost a compliment.
Good job.
Yeah.
Cool.
I made up a theory.
But like you didn't.
I don't
If
think
you
no, I didn't.
Google it, it's like it already existed.
Yeah. That was a bizarre one. I don't know if he was trying to insult me or compliment me or
I don't know.
he
It's
could have picked a better word than dude.
like little lady.
Yeah, exactly.
Girl.
Little girl or something positive.
Yeah, bro.
Bro. Yeah. So anyway, confusing comment. Clear it up next time.
Okay, that's all we have for internet comments this week, fortunately.
Every week, it's a relief
It
to
is.
get over that threshold.
Every week. Okay, let me tell you about a game
Yeah.
that I watched. So I watched the 76ers play the Timberwolves, and I chose this game because I saw the score and the 76ers won.
Yeah, big.
And I was like, wow, great.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. What
Yeah.
happened here? And I had been on an island for a week. And so I wasn't really into this, even less so than I normally am. So I only watched like one quarter and a little bit of quarter two.
Okay.
So I don't have a lot to report.
Did you get the story? Like, did the Sixers outplay them in the first quarter?
They did. They winning in the first quarter. It was a pretty low scoring first quarter.
But it would have just been more of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You got
Right. So it was played in Philadelphia and I was confused. I had to like check the feed. I watched the Philadelphia feed, but like all the intros were all in Spanish. And I was like, is this the wrong feed? And then I noticed that the players were like listening really hard for the announcements and like were looking around and would like be like, okay, that's me, because it was all in Spanish. So I Googled it
Yeah.
and it was Hispanic Heritage Night.
Cool.
Yes, cool. And then I was thinking, like, this sounds like an ICE setup, like with all the stuff going on in America. Although I do know the mayor of Philadelphia had very strong words for ICE like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, do not come here.
It's interesting.
Will not put up with it.
Interesting that the Timberwolves were in this game,
Yes.
but not in Minnesota.
Right.
No, not
Right?
in Minnesota. Yeah.
It just seemed like good for them for like hosting Hispanic Heritage Night.
But maybe ICE was actually behind it. They're like, hey, NBA, we're changing our tune a little bit. Can you guys do some?
They're like, we've got a great idea.
Yeah. Did their uniforms say like Sacers? 70 Sacers?
Just had the number. The numbers are the same in Spanish.
Well, but if it said Sixers, right?
Right. No, they were calling all the players' names
Right.
and numbers in Spanish.
Right. I feel like I'm having a memory of Spanish on uniforms or something like that. But that might have been the Heat's City Edition.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
Now that I'm saying it.
Anyway, the announcers for the game, they did the whole thing in English.
Right.
So it was just like the arena announcer just at the very beginning.
Okay.
Then everything went back.
Okay. Did you know it was Paul George playing?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Sixers are back at strength here.
So they were like really good and they were all playing great.
Yeah. Edgecombe,
Edgecombe was playing.
Maxey.
Yes. And then Dominic Barlow.
I don't know that name.
He was playing really well. And they were like talking about how great he is and how he's like really showing up. I think he was on a two-way and then he just recently got signed.
Oh,
Let me look it up.
A few moments later.
March 2025, he signed a two-way contract. In July, he signed a two-way contract with the 76ers. And then just in February, he signed a standard contract. So he just got the full contract
yeah.
with the 76ers. And he was playing really well in this game.
He played 30 minutes tonight. That's wild.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this game was against the Timberwolves. In the last time they played the Timberwolves, they beat them.
Okay.
So this is 2 times in a row.
Oh, yeah.
So in quarter one, it starts with Dominic Barlow having a slam dunk, and it was like really showy.
Yeah.
Great. He's having a really good game. Paul George didn't come in until the end of the quarter, and he got a 3-pointer. And they were saying that the Timberwolves were 1 for 11 on threes in quarter one.
Yeah.
By the end of quarter one, 76ers were winning. And then at the very beginning of quarter two, the Timberwolves took the lead. And that's all I have for the game.
Let's say you said Paul George didn't play to the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
So he was like sitting for, in real time,
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then to come in and instantly be asked to perform at a level that you or I can't even imagine.
Right.
Or just being like young, like when I was 24, could I have stood up after sitting for 20 minutes and done like a full sprint, hard as I could?
Don't you think that he's like kind of doing some like plyometrics on the sideline a little bit?
Maybe, but they're also like, they're sitting on the bench watching the game.
Yeah.
Like they're not like riding a bike, or they're not. I mean, I
Right.
guess they could, but like that would be really hard. It'd be really,
Yeah.
to be still for 20 minutes and then come in and
Sprinting.
make a 3-pointer at NBA speed.
Yeah.
Have your legs be ready to.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing to me. We talked about it with that guy on the Celtics bench who had never played and then like came in for the last 90 seconds of this game and basically won the game for him. It was wild.
So fun.
Yeah. But hard. I don't.
He should quit then. Because like it's not going to get
Yeah, that was it.
better than that.
That was it for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Good for Paul George.
Yeah. So, and good for the 76ers, really trying and winning.
Yeah. So one thing, the East is like not quite the disaster that people thought it was going to be. The Pistons are good. The Celtics are good. The Knicks and the Cavs are both like weird. They're not winning all the games you think they're going to win, but they're also kind of scary. But then if you keep going down the Eastern Conference, like the Raptors people have kind of written off the Raptors as like,
Yeah.
they're going to lose in the first round of the playoffs and that. But then if you keep going, like the 76ers would be like, I don't think that they'll be able to stay healthy for 4 rounds, Embiid specifically.
Yeah. But they've got some other really strong players.
Yeah, and like playing them in the first round, I think they're the 6th seed right now. Like if they play the Knicks in the first round and Embiid is able to play every game, I would not be super confident picking the Knicks in that series.
How do they set up the first round? Is it worst against best?
Well, so this is the play-in thing.
Yeah.
The 4 seed plays the 5 seed.
Okay.
That's set once the season's over. The 3 seed plays the 6 seed. That's set once the season's over. Then there's this play-in tournament, which involves the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th seeds. And depending on who wins what game, those can be the 7 or 8 seeds eventually. Pistons will play whichever team comes out 8th in that play-in tournament. And then the Celtics will play whoever comes out 7th in that play-in tournament. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if Charlotte's come across your radar at all. Charlotte's had like the best offense in the league, period, for like 2 months now. They're like really good. They're scary. They've been like pummeling people when they're having good offensive nights. And then the Heat are always kind of scary. Like they have Eric Spoelstra is like one of the best coaches. I don't know. There's a piece of me that wonders if in the first round of the Eastern playoffs, like 3 out of the 4 lower seeds will win, against these teams. I don't know. We'll see. The West the first round feels a little bit like it would be shocking if Luka's playing. It would be shocking if the Spurs, the Thunder, and the Lakers don't win their first round series. The Nuggets have been up and down recently.
True.
So like depending on who they play, it might be kind of a tough matchup, but it would be very surprising to me if the second round of the Western playoffs didn't have the Thunder, the Spurs, the Lakers, and the Nuggets like that. But in the East, it feels much more up in the air. Before we move off this game, I predicted a while ago that the Timberwolves were going to like make a run and have a really good, and they've been really not good.
Yeah, which was confusing.
Yeah, it is confusing. Edwards has been hurt. Yeah, which there's a little bit of a wrinkle in, but they just like they seem flat and not focused. And I wonder so much about it. Like the Suns are having a really good year. Yeah, and a lot of it just seems like they just play really hard. How can that be?
But I think there has to be something else because they played really hard last year.
They didn't. They had that weird Kevin Durant season, and the Rockets are kind of that version of that this year where they just don't always look like they care. It's bizarre. The Knicks also go through this with like some of it seems to sort of come down to the superstar personality on the team. Okay. Karl Anthony Towns, this guy Cat, is like kind of known for being a little bit spacey and flighty and makes kind of bad decisions. And it seems like the Knicks kind of have that personality. Kevin Durant with his like burner account, he's been on a few teams that have seemed a little bit toxic and a little bit, and I love Kevin Durant. He's like amazing, but this seems to happen to teams he's on. We've talked a little bit about how Anthony Edwards is like super entertaining and also like a little unpredictable. And so I wonder, I don't know. I wonder about how that bleeds down. And the Suns this year just seem like just really professional. They just like show up and work really hard and do their jobs. The Celtics too are like, they have no business having the record they have with their roster. They just work really hard all the time. I mean, they have really good players too. So anyway, we'll see what all happens in these playoffs. I'm excited. I found myself a little bit excited for the playoffs, which surprised me a little bit.
Great.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for the game.
That's it for the game. Did the announcers say any shit?
The announcers said some shit.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so this is Kate Scott and Ala Abdelnaby. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe Nabi. Ala Abdelnaby.
Ala Abdelnaby. They were great. They seemed to really have fun together, which was nice. Yeah. Yeah. One thing that they said that I checked with August, it is a real saying. They said that VJ Edgecombe had a circus shot. They said a circus shot from the rookie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just means like something kind of wild.
Yeah. Like a falling down. I don't know what the shot was, but some kind of like not a normal shot that happens to go in makes a circus shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said there was a block party, which we've heard before. Mm-hmm. Dominic Barlow is having an effect on this ball game. Some would say in the midst of a pack of wolves.
Oh, nice.
That was a little cheesy. Then in quarter 2, someone spilled their drink on the court, and the people have to come and clean it up. And the announcers like talked about this, and they were like they didn't show the person, but who spilled the drink, but the announcers were talking about how they were like showing the area, and they were like, they should absolutely put that person on camera and make them feel embarrassed.
Well, this was not as part of play. They like accidentally spilled their.
Yeah, it was like a spectator, I think.
Yeah, but not like a player bumped into them and they spilled. It was like they just kicked their drink or had any drinks or whatever. Yeah, that's not a great look. No,
and they said when you spill stuff and delay the game, we're going to put you on blast here.
Yeah.
And then the Kate said that I'm going to continue to ask for sippy cups for the front row.
That's good. I haven't heard that idea before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I have from the announcers.
Great.
Oh my gosh, we're already at MVP, LVP, what we've learned in most confusing part.
Wow.
Oh, well, my LVP is the person who spilled their drink.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe I'll go with the Timberwolves for making me look like a chump for saying they were going to have a really good second half of the year.
Yeah.
Because they have not.
Yep.
MVP?
MVP, I'm going to say Dominic Barlow. He had a great game.
Yeah.
And I love an underdog.
Yes.
And he played really well.
A good story. Yeah. I'll do Abdel Nabi.
Because you
I
like
that
saying
guy.
his name?
I do like saying, I think he played for the Celtics for a while, and I think I liked him when he was on their team. But also, that was like more positive than you usually are about announcers.
Yes, true.
Which also could be the fact that you only watched a quarter of the game.
Maybe that's also.
But whatever. Either way,
Yeah.
good job. What'd you learn?
I learned that circus shot is a phrase.
As a phrase. I like
Yeah.
that. I don't think I realized that the Sixers were at full strength again and everyone played. So that's what I learned.
Yeah. And my most confusing part was the 76ers won by a lot against the Timberwolves. I was very surprised.
Yeah. I'll zoom out on that and just say like the Eastern Conference playoff picture is pretty confusing. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of clear favorites over there. Did we do it?
I think we did it.
Good job.
Good job. Thank you for listening to Go Team Score Points. Today's episode is edited by Irish. You can reach us at goteamscorepoints@gmail.com. Join us later this week where we'll learn about Timberwolves player Bones Highland and play a game.
Maybe.
See you then.